All right, everybody. This is going to be the Xbox Gamecast 2021 showcase, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm going to be checking out a lot of games coming up from Gamescom, Xbox, what they have to offer. So I'm excited to see what they got. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what happens. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Let me check the quality here. All right, we're good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Gamescom
Hey,
2021 Xbox stream.
We've got so
Paris
many great game
Lily
updates to share with you today. We're talking Age of Empires 4, Psychonauts 2, and my personal favorite, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Later on, we'll take an extended
Look at that look at that jacket, though.
5. There's so much going into this, and Playground Games' vision of Mexico is muy bonito.
And we'll be getting our first look at the cover car for the game, Paris. I got $5 on it being one of those electric scooters that you see piled up on the sidewalk.
Will Kate win $5? I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, indeed. Our Xbox Plays team will also chat with devs
Muy,
and deep
muy
dive into
bonito.
current and upcoming games all week on
Let's go.
twitch.tv/Xbox.
Let's get started with Techland and their upcoming zombie parkour sequel, Dying Light 2: Stay Human.
Oh, shit. Dying Light right off the bat? Let's go. Hell yeah, I'll take some Dying Light.
Hello, I am Timon Smektawa, Dying Light 2 lead game designer, and this is David Lubryka, animation director. Hi. We can't wait until December 7th to finally give you Dying Light 2 Stay Human, a
You and me
game
both,
we
man.
have been working on really hard for the last few years.
We're hoping the gameplay video you're about to watch will give you a foretaste of parkour and combat systems waiting for you in the game.
And we are just about to enter the city, fighting our way through its brutal and dangerous streets. Though, as you will see in a moment, there are plenty of things you can use to your advantage. So watch closely, look for special combat and parkour moves, and check out how with just a bit of creativity you can combine the two. Ready? Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what this city looked like before all this. Probably like many others. People had their ambitions.
That's not
plans,
Troy Baker, is it?
lives.
No.
Now it's all gone. The virus started it,
No, it's not.
but it was the people who made the world the way it is. This city, Villador. They tell me they had a vision. They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Instead of fighting together, people stood against each other.
Of course they did.
War broke out.
Was it a little bird? Met a broken leg?
Hope died. Now the city is falling.
Each time we strike down an enemy, we absorb their strength.
Okay, crazy.
But I can't let that happen.
What?
At least, not yet.
What?
I need the secrets the city holds.
Fuck! Hey! Still some rats here!
I have to pick a side.
The bazaar needs good people. You're doing great so far.
I have to make a difference.
Let's check and see.
Don't do it. Oh, he's gonna do it. This
They say that great change is a series of small gestures.
dude.
How about this series?
Oh, skirt. Oh, jump off his head. my good lord.
Is all hope really gone? We'll see about that.
Well, that was an exciting trip, wasn't
Holy
it, Simon? Did you notice those bandits in medieval-like armor passing by skyscrapers, banks, and large billboards? That's what we call a modern Dark Ages.
And it's a very unique design, one very important for the plot of Dying Light 2. But there's another thing that stood out to me, all those parkour moves that you and your team has put so much effort into.
Man.
Well, all you need is a few thousand of animations, cooperation with professional tracers, mock-up sessions, and invaluable help from David Bell, whose face and moves player will see in the game, by the way.
No, yes, right. And we've got twice the number of parkour moves compared to the first game, and we are showing some of them in this trailer. The vault kicks being the most important to me personally. It brings a whole new fighting style into the game. The player can stagger an enemy and use them to perform further attacks, for example by rebounding from their bodies, jumping off them onto other foes, and so on.
I think we captured the movement really well and made it quite simple for the players to perform. I can't wait for them to try it out and tell for themselves how much they loved it.
It's definitely going to be useful. The city's buildings are higher than anything we have done before, improving its verticality. Players will need to find a way to reach those tall skyscrapers and other challenging spots too.
Then it's
I'm
good
so
we
excited for
scattered
this.
some helpers around, like a paraglider, which can support players in both parkouring and combat.
Exactly, and it's gonna do great, especially in fights against humans, which are more frequent and important than in Dying Light 1. It's been over
Nice.
20 years
Nice,
since
nice.
the events from the first game, so people adjusted. They are much bolder now, at least during the day.
And they are more vicious too.
And I think that's a great summary of this discussion. Pre-order Dying Light 2 and explore its vast, complex world on December 7th. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
I already did.
For the first time in the storied history of the franchise, Microsoft Flight Simulator launched on a home console with the release on Xbox Series X and S last month. Reviewers and
I want
gamers
that
alike
jacket.
were blown away by
So
how well
bad.
the stunning visuals and the depth of the simulation translated to the console, and that's why I'm extremely honored to welcome the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, York Newman, to the stream. York, thank you for being here. The last time we met was at the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was getting ready to come out on consoles. How did that go?
It went great. As you said, the reaction to the Xbox console launch was really just amazing. Both from Xbox gamers and from the press, they've been so gracious with their feedback. I don't know if you know, but Flight Simulator is one of the highest rated games on Xbox this year, which I think is just great validation that the translation of the simulation to the console has really worked well. Our usage numbers are through the roof. We are absolutely shattering franchise records, and I can tell you there have never been more people playing Flight Simulator than right now. So it's an awesome time.
That is awesome. Congratulations on the launch, really.
What up, George? Hey, George, what's going on, my man? Welcome in.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I want to go to the danger zone. So
Paris.
What's going on with Top Gun?
There's so much going on, Paris. So you and I talked about Top Gun Maverick earlier. The fans are super excited. They saw the FA-18. They can't wait to start flying. And as you know, it comes out
Is
later
it bad
this
that
year.
Flight
It's free
Sim does
DLC
not interest
alongside
me
the movie.
at all? It's
But
gorgeous,
as the movie is
but
still under wraps,
can't see
so
the
are
graph.
we, so I can still not tell you that much about it.
It kind of
But
depends.
there's
You know
so
what I mean?
much else going on even before Maverick. So we are continuing to do our monthly.
It kind of is what it is. You're looking for the best looking game, and the
next month,
tech
on
is really what
September
interests
7th,
me.
We are launching
The game itself doesn't.
World Update 6. And this world update, I mean,
It's one of those things you hop in, you do a flight. For me personally, you hop in, you do a flight, and you get out.
Because World Update 6
but it is
updates that
beautiful,
the region of
right? The
Gamescom.
tech behind it is the
Germany,
most
Austria,
interesting
and
part.
Switzerland. And what that means to us is we have new aerial and satellite images. We have a new elevation map that helps us with the mountains, so the Alps actually look awesome now. We have new 3D cities like Frankfurt and Wuppertal in Germany.
That just looks cool, right? I mean, it just looks fucking
we have Vienna
fantastic.
and Graz in Austria, and those cities look just amazing. Amazing. They have like 7 centimeters resolution, and it's awesome. But we want to celebrate the entire region, so we picked 100 of the most scenic places, the most famous landmarks, and we call those POIs, and we sort of spread them throughout the simulation, and we also added airports. We did Lübeck and Stuttgart in Germany, and Klagenfurt in Austria, and St. Gallen in Switzerland, and what it ties it all together is missions. We're having new discovery flights, we have new landing challenges, and we have new sort of tours of the country. So they fly you around all the awesome looking places and really celebrate the beauty of this region of Earth. And this is a celebration of DACH, of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. I'm so happy to be able to announce the date here at Gamescom.
You know, that is really incredible, all the different regions and everything that you're going to have in the game, and the way that you're going to be able to actually highlight those.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, but you know, for us, it's actually not just the region and the visuals. We talked a lot when you study aviation, when you love aviation like we do, you actually realize that a lot of regions of Earth have a very special relationship with flying, with aviation. Sometimes it's, you know, the first experiments with aircraft, or a famous pilot, or a feat of aviation, or like a local manufacturer. So we thought to ourselves, why do we not use these world updates to celebrate the planes? So we are announcing a new series. We call them Local Legends. And think about that as planes that are locally well known, like in that region, but outside in the world not so much. Yeah. But why not use the world updates to highlight this, to bring these awesome machines to a worldwide audience? So for World Update
Best
6,
thing to come from Flight Sim is Chris O'Neill and the Oni MG making a playthrough of the game with his friends. It's hilarious.
It's lovingly named Tante U. So
I've checked that out. You said Chris O'Neill.
As sort of a digital preservation.
Oni.
So we really want to get these planes to an extreme level of detail. We're going out of our way to really go deep. So we're doing a full scan. We take full scans of the outside and the inside, as detailed as 1 millimeter, which is as good as you can do this. And then we're working with, for the Junkers, we work with Bernd Junkers, who is the grandson of the original creator of the plane, Hugo Junkers, and he's helping us. He had a ton of insight and materials. Then we worked with an organization that is preserving one of the last surviving examples of the Junkers. So they let us scan and take photographs. And then we were lucky that to find a pilot that actually flew one of those planes while it was still flying in the real world. And he lets us know, like, is the cockpit right and the sounds right? Does it feel right in the air? So we're having a blast working with these experts to really bring these, to celebrate this plane, to bring them back to life.
So this is almost like you're creating
I got it. I'm gonna check that out.
museum for aviation inside Microsoft Flight
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that. It's a museum with flyable planes. Yeah. So we're working with 40 museums around the world, and it's honestly.
But to come back to your question, though, Skit, no, I don't think it's.
With these curators of planes, these
I don't think it's a bad thing by any means.
See the tooth of time in the real world, sort of nagging on their.
By any means that you don't have any interest. It is what it is.
With our scanning equipment, and we're basically capturing their planes, and they know that we can digitally preserve them in perpetuity, and we're actually giving those scans back to the museum. So he's
a creator of Leo and Satan, YouTube miniseries.
And we're actually
from ages ago. I've never even heard of that.
Aviation, we're also looking towards the future.
To look it up.
I have another announcement. We are working with a fascinating German company called Volocopter, and they're making an eVTOL air taxi for urban traffic. So they have a vision of the future, how these drone-type machines basically connect people in large cities. We're working directly with their engineering team to make sure that we are capturing their plane and their aircraft perfectly in the flight simulator, and that's coming out in November.
I mean, you weren't kidding when you're saying that there's a lot going on inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to announce that we've partnered with RARA. That's the Reno Air Racing Association. And every year they put on something called the Steel National Championship Air Race. And we're bringing this to Flight Simulator. So this is the fastest motorsport. This is right down your alley. It's the fastest motorsport on Earth. And I actually brought you a little trailer to look at.
So race, speed, we go into the danger zone, baby. Let's go ahead and show that.
Captured in real-time 4K. I'm watching on Twitch, so I got 1080. But thank you. Danger zone. I know. Play it day one. PC, console, Game Pass.
You know
Let's
I
go.
like going fast, and you know I love being in the danger zone. When is this coming out?
Man, these planes, they fly 500 miles, faster than 500 miles an hour,
Dum,
50
dum,
to
dum.
250 feet above the ground. So you are definitely going to be in the danger zone. I mean, without going into too much detail, this Reno Air Race is actually the largest expansion we have since we launched on Flight Simulator. It's not just because we scanned all the famous race planes of the world. There's lots of them. This is also the first time when you can basically race against your friends and pilots across the planet.
Awesome.
And so a competitive multiplayer is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that will definitely test your pilot skills. And you ask, when is it coming out? This is coming out this fall, so it's right around the corner.
Oh, that is fantastic. And you know I have the need for speed, so I can't wait to get my hands on this and participate in some of these air races.
Awesome, man. We got you covered.
All right, thank you. If going fast on the ground is more your speed, keep an eye out for an extended look at Forza Horizon 5 later on in the stream. We'll also talk with Wasteland 3's game director about the game's next big DLC.
Oh shit.
First,
More
if you're
DLC
an
for
Xbox
Wasteland?
Game Pass subscriber, we have some great news for you.
I'm not. Never heard of Game Pass. What is it? Humble Games. The fuck?
Build a weapon, one that blows the world away.
Oh, this looks difficult.
Build a rocket that'll come
Next, Space Rebels. Oh shit, look out. What? Excuse me?
gonna come back. I am coming back in a day. Build a
What?
weapon that'll turn
Hey.
us into newborns again. Build a weapon, one that blows the world away. Build a rocket that'll come and take away us all. Gonna come back.
Unpacking.
Back.
What? No way.
Build a weapon that'll turn us into newborns.
That game looks interesting as hell. What is that game? I understand that, Skit. I do. But you got to think about the influx,
Somehow they did
the
it.
influx
They
of the
added
amount of
even
games we're
more
getting
games
from
to Game Pass.
from
Let's talk about
unpacking
what's coming up.
Dusty.
We're talking Age of Empires 4, the game's creative director, and we're going to see what's next for Sea of Thieves. But now we've got a new roguelike retro shooter that, in grand retro fashion, sends you plundering through shifting dungeons to defeat a mysterious eldritch terror. Let's dive into the pit.
Oh shit, let's go. Yeah, I understand though, Skit. I get it. But you have the amount of games coming out increases those types of games, right? Smaller studios, lower costs, pixelated. That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? Unpacking the next step after moving out, washing this house and lawn mowing. But I get it. This game looks kind of intense. They did say, did she say pixelated? Kind of was. It almost looks rough a little bit. Kind of looks fuzzy. This looks fast, just like fast paced as hell. I don't almost that I'm gonna god oh my god, that almost hurts my eyes to look at it that way. Jesus Christ. Imagine trying to play and stare at it. Oh my, that kind of hurt my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. But give me some HD beauty. IO, and it's coming Far Cry 6.
Well, I am
yeah.
here with
You're gonna have a lot.
World's Edge, Adam Isgreen, and Adam, I'm so excited to talk Age 4, of course, because you've brought something a little different and very special today.
Yeah, I have. So, you know, so far we've been showing everyone kind of what Age looks
Rin,
like.
I'm not
in the
overly
game,
fond of
you know, when
pixelated.
you're
Yeah,
playing.
I got you.
You
I
get to
understand.
see a lot of footage of that, and we've also shown a little bit of our campaigns, right? Through when we unveiled the 100 Years War and showed Joan of Arc. But we have yet another way in Age of Empires 4 that we're kind of bringing history to life that we haven't talked about yet.
See, you do this to me. You put me in suspense. I want to know more, so let's go with it.
Well,
Let's hear it more.
Okay, wait, you get 1 moment of suspense. Okay, that's enough. So what we brought today is we have these wonderful little videos that we've created that are interspersed amongst the campaign. And they're
I
about
aim to
3
look like
5
this dude.
minutes each. And
He
we have
looks
over
like
an
a
hour
he
of them
looks
total,
like a
and they're called
dad. Like
hands-on
this looks
histories.
full
And
dad.
what they are is a great
right?
way to like deep dive
So,
on certain fun subjects.
This guy's whole
from the
fit,
cultures
right?
we're
New
representing
Balance
and
shoes,
just from medieval history.
straight leg
Well,
jeans,
I hear you've actually brought one of those segments that you're
a
going to
hoodie,
here for the very first time.
salt and
Yes,
pepper hair.
I have. We are going to show you.
Come on, dude.
The segment.
That's full
on
dad-
one of
that's
the
full dad
most
fit right there.
popular units
I love it.
from Age of Empires franchise and a fan favorite, the trebuchet.
Excellent. Well, this I gotta see. Let's take a look.
A counterweight trebuchet
Kind of prefer MTA Stardew.
was the king of all siege
Enough from me.
engines.
Back to the
A
show.
catapult capable of smashing down castle walls from great distances. At Warwick Castle in England, they've built a replica, one of the largest in the world. Originating in 7th century China, by the 13th century, trebuchets had evolved into devastatingly powerful weapons.
Such a simple design, but so effective.
It has several key features. A pivoted arm with a weight at one end, and a sling to hold the projectile at the other. To prime, the 6-ton weight is raised
Yeet!
using tread wheels.
Yeet!
So this is one of the wheels.
Well, don't stand
one of
in it.
two that's attached to an axle, which would lift the counterweight, weighing 6 tons. It's based on muscle power alone.
Oh shit! Somebody actually has to do it. Never mind.
Launching a projectile as far as possible is making sure that this end of the arm is moving as fast as possible. So once that weight drops, it really sends this point of the arm moving at its highest velocity.
This was done by positioning the pivot close to the counterweight and by launching the projectile from a sling. When released, the sling whips round, vastly increasing the launch speed. Trebuchets were carefully aimed, like modern guns.
In order
Man,
to weaken the castle walls or even breach them, you had to make sure that the projectiles hit the same spot every single time.
For each projectile to follow the same trajectory, they all had to be the same weight and shape. To achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Now I'm going to load this
Holy
projectile
shit.
into the sling.
Are you?
This one must weigh about 25 kilograms, but some projectiles can get up to 150 kilograms. That's the weight of 2 men.
Trebuchets were also used to throw burning tar, beehives, even dead bodies. Anything to cause
Beehives?
maximum distress to the enemy.
That's worse than a cannonball.
Did you hear that whoosh?
It was the counterweight trebuchet's lethal combination of power and accuracy that made it the ultimate medieval siege weapon.
Holy shit, man.
You know I'm going to say trebuchet. Don't care, because that is awesome and remarkably unique, something you don't see in games very often.
Yeah, so, you know, one of the things when we were looking at what we were going to do with Age of Empires 4, there's a phrase
They've been
I'm really
doing a
fond
lot of
which
these,
is,
man. I feel
history
like
is
they've been
only as
talking about this
interesting
game
as people taught it to
forever.
you. And you could say that about any subject, really, right? But I think the great thing is when you have someone that's so enthusiastic and passionate about history, it really comes across. And we wanted to be that kind of teacher for history. And there's a phrase called humanized history that I use to kind of describe what we try to do, which is we try to like connect past and present. And you can see that kind of in our briefings as well, where we've got like real stuff with like CG kind of overlaid to show you the history. And so for these, we really wanted to do that same thing. So ourselves and Relic partnered with this amazing group in the UK called Lion TV, and they've done production on an amazing amount of shows and documentaries for the BBC and won every award you can imagine for media. And they travel to all of these locations in all these different countries to meet with these subject matter experts and get all of this great footage on how things really worked and how things were made. And it's been delightful to kind of go through that process and, you know, get all these and finally start showing them to everyone.
I love it. Now, you also, of course, you've got a bunch, as you mentioned, of these hands-on history segments. Anything else that you can tell us fans about what we can expect, looking forward to? Any favorites you got coming up?
Oh, well, favorites. Oh, man. Well, I think my personal favorite is one called Medieval Surgery.
Okay.
And I'm going to let your imagination go with what we might show and what we might talk about in that one.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about them is that they go all over the place. So, you know, we've got ones on warfare and castle building and like how they kept flaming arrows from not going out when you shot them. And so
Rip. F's in the chat. F's in the chat. FFF. Let's hit the refresh, see what happens. Ooh, F in the chat, man. F in the chat. We're still live. Well, okay, hold on.
And finding that middle ground has been really challenging. And you know, every time we've tried to show, we've shown the campaigns or we've shown these hands-on histories, I've been like, oh God, is it gonna work? Like, people gonna like this? And the great thing is so far, everyone that's really experienced the entire thing put together have just been like, wow, this is great, and it's so different and kind of cool and refreshing. So, so far so good, right? But yeah, it's been a journey, you know, to get all this done and put the whole game together.
Well, I love that you mentioned Journey because we are coming towards the end of this development journey for Age 4. Talk to me about where people can find and learn more about Age of Empires 4. I know they're all chomping at the bit.
Oh, well, you know, October 28th, we are launching the game. You can go to ageofempires.com to learn more about the title. And if you're really, really excited, right now, you can go onto the Microsoft Store or Steam, pre-order the game right now. And of course, we will be there day one, Xbox Game Pass for PC as well. So anyone that's on that,
let's
go!
Just
grab the game and start playing.
Maybe I will do that.
But,
yes, I believe you are a part of something very special.
Yes, so Gamescom opening night live.
Yes.
11 a.m. Pacific time. There might be something Age of Empires related in there, so if you're a fan, you probably should tune in.
Jesus Christ, man.
Tease from Mr. Ice Green.
Maybe.
And I like it very much. Adam, thank you so much for joining us here.
Always a pleasure, Kate.
Always a pleasure. Age of Empires 4 looks fantastic, so I cannot wait. October 28th, neither should you. Now, we have tons coming up here today, including a new update for State of Decay 2 and an extended look at Forza Horizon 5
update for State of Decay 2?
Playground Games. But now, let's catch up with Paris, who's gone from flying the skies in Microsoft Flight Sim to a different kind of cloud.
That's right, Kate. Xbox Cloud Gaming is already available on Windows PCs, mobile phones, and tablets. And now, it's coming to Xbox consoles. The future with cloud gaming sounds bright. No waiting to install, no running out of hard drive space, no waiting to patch, and no buying a new console just to play with your friends. See how the vision of cloud gaming will bring people together without barriers.
What?
So when I think about
Hold
cloud
on.
and when I think about gaming, those two things together to me really show you the future where you can pick up something and you could play it anywhere and you could do it quickly.
Well, how's the latency?
game looks phenomenal.
This is pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
This actually looks so good.
Games are large, and you want to keep the ones that you know you love on your hard drive.
So hold on.
It's
Okay.
about being able to discover the new ones right away. It's super exciting that for our Game Pass Ultimate members, they will get to experience Xbox Cloud Gaming on whatever console they have.
Cloud gaming is really about looking at how people play differently. I know me in particular. sometimes I
Dude,
just
this
watch
is
20 minutes.
huge.
It should be as easy as finding the game that you look for on your console and just jumping right in.
We're targeting 1080p at 60 frames per second.
What's crazy about this is like the latency. This is the kind of stuff you need with cloud gaming.
Oh, 60 frames? That's actually very smooth.
Here's my question
to
is,
get into cloud gaming feels like you're playing on console, right? You go.
I have a bigger question of,
So
I got a
easy
stock
nowadays.
talking
You can
point for
pick
this.
up
Holy
any
shit.
device and pretty much play any Xbox
For
game
split
on Game
screen.
Pass.
That's insane though, dude.
My friends have.
But like
titles I don't
Xbox
have
Series
yet, I
X
can just
exclusive
wait for them to
games,
send me an
right?
invite,
Do they
and it
also work
makes
on the cloud when
content
they
just
come
so
out?
much
That's the
more
question I have.
accessible.
I really love the flexibility. It's awesome.
Everything that Xbox is doing right now is just getting rid of the limits of having to be on a specific platform or a specific console, play on PC and mobile, and now on Gen 8.
Yeah, Gen 8 consoles can play Gen 9 content. Isn't that
See?
so cool?
That's what I'm
With cloud
saying.
gaming, we have the ability,
There
because
it
you are
was.
connected
Exactly.
to consoles that are in our data centers, to allow the Gen 8 customers, the Xbox One customers, to play games that their hardware wouldn't have been able to play.
Fucking
There's so
Jesus
much
Christ,
opportunity when
this
it
is
comes to thinking
fucking
about how we
sick.
can make content more readily available and let
Okay.
people play where they want to.
Okay,
Sign me up.
dude, no
I'm ready for
no
cloud
way.
gaming right now.
What's the
Let's do it.
point?
When's the release date?
If you
When's the
don't
release?
want, oh my god, dude, this is fucking huge. Game Pass is insane. Regardless, just absolutely insane.
August 9th.
That's
saw
insane.
The release of the free optimized update for Hellblade.
I would gladly.
Senua's
Okay,
Sacrifice
definitely.
on
We'll
the
have to do
Xbox
that,
Series
Skit. That'd be
S
great.
and X. With beautiful and rich visuals, thanks to the addition of ray tracing and improved materials, alongside performance updates, this is the perfect opportunity to relive Senua's journey or
Oh my
experience
God.
it for the first time.
If you guys haven't
And if
played
you
this game.
haven't played this, do yourself a favor, grab a pair of headphones, and immerse yourself into this world.
Agreed. Speaking of unique experiences on
Amelia
Game Pass,
and Rico
the
cheered
Xbox Plays team will be taking a
X69.
look at
This
some
just
updated
in.
Xbox
I like how it
titles
fit right in
updates,
between them.
including 12 Minutes and The Big Con.
They're also
Hey,
talking
Amelia.
with developers from Halo.
Thank you for the
Master Chief
69 bits.
Collection,
Thank you,
Forza
thank you, thank
Horizon
you.
5, and Destiny 2. So join the
You
live
Expo
Q&A
nerds having
to get your
fun.
burning
Yes,
questions answered.
yes, we
You
are.
can catch all of those streams.
I like how
on
the GIF fit right in between the two of them. That was awesome.
Speaking of Forza Horizon 5, don't forget our friends at Playground Games will give us an extended look at their monument to motoring in Mexico later on.
Inject that game straight
That
into
includes
my veins.
never-before-seen areas of the game map,
Or butt.
plus cars that have never been in the Forza franchise before.
Excuse me?
I've loved everything I've seen of Forza Horizon 5 so far, and I can't wait. Now, Kate, there's more games to check out, right?
Well,
Cult
right,
of
you
the-
are, Paris. Let's talk Wasteland 3. Their newest DLC introduces us to a new cult. The Cult of the Holy Detonation.
Hmm.
The holy detonation is life. Deep within
I wish I liked this game more.
Mountain, we've changed. Devolved into the mutations you see before you. Set on a righteous path.
Oh man, Amelia, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Life-giving
That sucks, my
should
dude.
be shared with
At least I get to eat lunch. That's true. Lunch is yeah, dude. That's awesome. Bright side to everything.
May the light of the holy detonation
Holy bright.
join us, Rangers.
I want to see what. I got to see what Co Carnage thinks of that. Children of the Atom.
With new patches, bug fixes, and added features, like a fine wine,
State of Decay?
Wasteland 3 just gets
Oh.
better with age. To really savor the game's bouquet, we're talking with In Exile game director David Rogers. David, thank you for joining us.
I'm super stoked to be here. Thanks.
So in the trailer, we saw that the DLC is coming out on October 5th, but we know, In Exile Wasteland 3, you guys have
It's
been
not my
working
type,
on this
right?
for a very
I'm
long
kind of the
time.
same
So
way.
Can you kind of talk about that journey?
Yeah, our dev team has been working nonstop full tilt, trying to make Wasteland 3 the best version of itself it could be. Over the past
Takes me
year
out of it.
since
That's
it's
fair.
released, we've
That is fair.
added features, we've balanced, we've listened to the community, we've fixed bugs, added stability, and I really think that the version that we have now is the absolute best version of the game, and if you've never played it before, now's an awesome time to jump in.
Well, congratulations
Makes me
on
sad.
everything that you've been doing with Wasteland 3. Now, this DLC is called The Cult of the Holy Detonation. Now, talk about that a little bit. Tell me what's going to go into this DLC. What should we be excited about?
Right, so you've heard of Cheyenne Mountain, right?
Yes.
For those who haven't, Cheyenne Mountain is this top secret military complex buried deep in the heart of Cheyenne Mountain in the middle of Colorado. It's designed to outlast a nuclear winter. And so when you hit level 16, an old friend calls you and says, hey, I need your help securing this secret military base and all the secrets within. And as soon as you get there, you find two warring cults battling over supremacy, trying to take control of the Holy Detonation, which is this pre-war science experiment that they worship as a god. And, these cultists are insane, they're mutated, they've gone totally mad, and all they want to do is share the holy radiation with you and your entire ranger team. How generous!
Yeah, that sounds a lot cooler than some of the cults I may have joined in the past, but this is typical Wasteland fashion. We're really going to be able to get in there and mix it up, right?
Right. So you and your ranger team insert yourself right smack dab in the middle of their holy war, which, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
And this is a Wasteland game, so you decide everything. Choice and consequence is our bread and butter. And so you decide who lives, who dies, who gets screwed over, who takes charge. You're deciding the fate of the cults, the Holy Detonation, Cheyenne Mountain, and ultimately all of Colorado. This is really your game to craft and mold.
That's awesome. So the last expansion was the Battle of Steeltown, right?
Yeah.
You had giant robots and things like that. So, what are you going to do to actually top something like that from the last expansion?
Right. So we wanted returning players to find something that they could never find in another version or in previous versions of Wasteland 3. And so we built this as a Wasteland-style dungeon crawl. And in there you find this awesome mix of mystery, exploration. You're meeting these crazy cultists who have been locked in this pre-war time capsule, and some of the raddest boss battles we have ever been able to build in a Wasteland game.
That's awesome. I want to get back to the crazy cultists, but talk to me about these big boss battles. I want to hear more about that.
Right. So we test parts of Wasteland combat, and we breathe new life into it with objective-based combat.
Here's my thing with this. I'm going to turn down just a little bit here.
It's no longer you're
for
huddling
me.
in a corner, throwing down turrets, just going on murderous rampages.
Here's my thing.
It's not about killing, it's about
I understand the loot in this is a lot of fun. I think the most engaging RPGs and games for me are the ones where I'm directly in control of the character and what I'm doing. I understand these games. I have never really enjoyed them. So I'm exactly with you, Skit, as well as Emilian. I'm in the same boat. For some reason, it's more appealing for me to
and making it new, exciting, and challenging in a
and more engaging and more immersive for me to be in control of a person in first or third. When I'm moving the left and right stick, my person actually moves. You know what I mean? Like the what is it called? It's kind of like
we'll see in the game.
Immediate actions are much better than planned out for me personally.
And Exile's modus operandi is if we're brainstorming and something makes us laugh, we just put it in the game. That's just how we do it, and we pick up the pieces afterwards. Because we want to make something that entertains us, and then we know if we're having fun, our fans are going to have fun along with us. And so we got to explore, really letting you get deep into this weird radiation cult, and let you interact with them and talk with them. And tell stories and maybe even join them. And so for instance, one of the characters you meet, one of the first cultists you meet, is this slathering beast. He's got claws and fangs and spikes jutting out, and he's drooling, but he's the nicest guy in Cheyenne Mountain. You meet him and he's like, hey guys, you should come in here and soak up some of these rads. It'll be great. And he Sherpas you in and lets you meet the whole cult. And another one of my favorites is the Proteus. He's what you get if you took 20 cultists glass and you like melted them into.
They check so many boxes.
I would do this with like a magnifying glass. I would like melt like army guys and like GI Joes into a big pile, and he's wet and sloppy and gross, and he's hard to understand.
Have you played Void Bastard? I have played that. Yep.
But he's like your #1 fan, and getting to build like this totally out there, wild, extreme character was a ton of fun to write for. It's a ton of fun to like explore like what makes this.
Yeah, that game's a lot of fun.
He's an absolute blast. Hell, even some of the weapons that you find.
You know what I like about this guy though? You know what I like about this?
Devolved cultists. Like there's one guy and he kind of
exudes passion for this game.
Has this real like kill me vibe about him.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like he's selling it to me. I feel like he is a customer who has bought the game and fell in love with it. That's what this dude sounds. This guy right here. That's what he sounds like. He's extremely passionate about it, which I love.
The Wasteland's a pretty bizarre place.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's so cool to hear this dude talk about it.
For a while, there's already expansions that are out there. But say I'm a new player. Say I'm watching this right now, and I'm like, man, I want to get into Wasteland 3. What would you suggest for new players wanting to get into this?
And like I said at the top, like Wasteland is like the best version of itself right now because of all the work we put into it over the past year.
He makes me want to play the game, even though I know I'm not going to interest.
Collection, that's the base game plus Cult of the Holy Detonation and Battle of Steeltown, all for a discount. Or if you have Game Pass, you already have Wasteland 3. Just download it and play it, and then you can get both expansions with the expansion pass.
That is awesome.
I like that.
To kind of recap this a little bit, we've talked about, you know, spewing pus bags and these weird characters and the cults and the boss battles and all these really cool things that are going to be in Wasteland 3. But please remind everyone before we get out of here, when can you pick up this DLC?
Right, this Work of Passion, it comes out on October 5th. We're really stoked.
That is awesome. So
Good deal.
This is the Cult of the Holy Detonation.
Where this passion. I know, I'd love to see it. Don't put on a marketing guy. Get somebody who's directly in there. You know what I mean?
In the 3 years since its launch, Sea of Thieves has played host to some incredible crossovers, including unique ship sets inspired by games like Battletoads, State of Decay, Halo, and more. Today, we're excited to announce a brand new special event that will award players an all-new ship as a part of the latest wild crossover heading to Sea of Thieves. Better yet, this event begins tomorrow. So get ready to make some mayhem, and let's get our first look at this very special ship.
What is this? That ship looks awesome. Oh, Borderlands? No way. No way. Oh, man, dude. Let's go. Fuck yeah, let's go.
That's everyone.
Hello.
Really cool to be a part of this all-digital Gamescom event. And we were thinking, what's the best way to kind of celebrate Gamescom and to be a part of this as
Let's go.
Thieves? And so we're really excited to reveal that we're bringing the Mayhem ship set that you've just seen, a really, really cool ship that's inspired by Borderlands, into Sea of Thieves.
Fucking claptrap.
All of our players a chance to earn it during kind of the Gamescom time period. So it's been really cool to work with the Borderlands team to bring this ship to life, and giving all of our players the chance to earn it as part of this live event that we've cunningly titled Mayhem. You might notice the link, so you can probably guess the kind of activities that are involved. But if you head to Lorena at any of the outposts in the Sea of Thieves world, she'll be able to fill you in on the details.
I don't get it. I don't get the mayhem thing. Sorry, guys.
So we hope everybody gets a chance to take part in this awesome time-limited event. So it starts today, and it runs through to September the 7th.
Oh, it starts today?
That's the time period you've got to get your hands on the Mayhem ship.
I thought it said tomorrow.
I think that's it from me. So, as always, I will see you on the seas.
See you on the seas. Boom! Could you imagine a claptrap pet that you could yeet out of the cannon at an enemy? That'd be so great. Cause mayhem, just kill things? I'm just kidding. I get it. What? Yes. State of Decay 2?
Hope. It's always been a dangerous.
They're still updating this game? Good for them.
But now, it's hope that brings us back together. It reunites old friends. It builds new bonds.
Ooh.
And in the face of a
Hey,
growing threat,
you almost shot me. Hey.
hope is the greatest weapon we have.
Woo. New map. 6 new bases. The fuck? New weapons. Okay. Oh shit.
Welcome back to Trumbull Valley.
So here, okay. Nice to see them still working on it. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like, I wish I liked State of Decay more.
Just like zombies themselves, it seems everything old
Honestly,
is new
man.
again in State of Decay 2. And we have a guest to walk us through this Undead update. Please join me in welcoming Undead Labs Director of Communications, Wanda Russell. Hello, Wanda. How are you?
Hello, I'm great. It's great to be here. Talk about the Homecoming update releasing on September 1st. We are very excited to get this into players' hands.
You are indeed. So let's talk about the Homecoming update. Obviously,
My biggest issue with
coming
it-
back to Trumbull Valley.
Okay.
We were there for Heartland, the update back in 2019. Talk to me about the
Okay.
differences.
My biggest issue with State of Decay 2.
So Heartland
I don't
is
want to play
a
this game
story
by
mode
myself.
within the game, but it's a very
And the
linear,
co-op and
narrative-driven
multiplayer and like
experience.
playing together with your
Players
friends
can move their
is
communities there.
absolutely
So that's all
not
changed
what I
with the
wanted.
Trumbull Valley map. It is
So
fifth
the people
core
that are
open-world
the
map.
people that
It's
are
fully
playing with me
remastered, and it expands
don't get
into
any
2 territories
progress
that were
except for the
completely
character maybe that they are that they can take to
players
their
can
own world.
return to Trumbull Valley with their
So
communities, start new communities there.
that makes it
and really
almost
start exploring everything
not
that the new
appealing
map
for
has to
anybody to go
offer.
play with somebody else, right?
Homecoming be a sequel then to Heartland?
Yeah, exactly right.
So that's my biggest issue
the
with it.
events in Heartland,
I would have played the shit out of this game if I could team up with 4 other people
So we think of it as
and build my base. They get progress towards achievements and all the other things. They can actually live in my world and help.
And now we see
I'm
what's
hoping that's
happened
corrected with
since
State of
then,
K3.
and
That's
what
just my opinion.
storylines might be coming to a close. So there is a lot for players to discover.
And we all get the
a lot of
progress. Right,
environmental
exactly. Yes,
storytelling to
100%.
find.
That's the way I want it,
And
but-
you know, things have changed. So this
Remnant has the
isn't
same
the
issue.
Trumbull Valley
Yes,
that players
it
might
does.
remember. So that's going to be exciting.
Interesting. Well, and anytime you expand something like Trumbull Valley, you just have to have a juggernaut of content, pun intended. Talk to me a little bit about what some of those things are that players can get in on here
Played
now. in
hours
the
with my buddies' world,
expanded
jumped in mine, and my story
Yes,
was
a
at the start.
ton of new content. In fact, we're doing something unique with the
Yep.
Trumbull Valley map.
Yep.
There are
It's
items
frustrating.
there that you can only find on that map and nowhere else in the game,
It's
including 12
frustrating.
new hats and outfits, 10 new very cool weapons. We've got 6 new bases.
It's like a
2 new
weird. It's like a
achievements for
weird
achievement
thing where it's
hunters.
in between.
And on top of that, we
Right?
are
It's like in
adding the
between
12th bounty
a live
packs.
service
So that will be
game
available,
and like just a co-op game, right? It's a weird limbo in between the two, and it just doesn't work.
I'm so excited for people.
I don't
to
agree
play
with
them.
it, but that's okay. The game is fun. I love the game and the combat, the supplies thing, the upgrades, the loot. It's all fantastic, but it's just not gonna do it for me.
Entire franchise.
I don't know.
State of Decay being on Xbox Game Pass, how has that impacted the community? How has that impacted the game? Talk to me about those.
It's been fantastic, and you know we have an amazing community. We love them so much. In fact, one of the reasons we're doing Trumbull Valley as a map is because it was one of the most requested features from the community, which also makes it
I can
very
see why
exciting
developers
for us
would
to be
do
able
that,
to say.
but it would just be
we
better
did
to
it,
give
you
people
did it."
exactly. Yes,
And
yes.
we have a major milestone that we're celebrating.
Excuse
State
me.
of Decay 2 has 10 million lifetime players.
10 million lifetime.
Holy shit. 10 million?
Hat on that, I absolutely
That's
love
a
that.
big. That's a
Really
huge
grateful.
number.
Incredible, amazing news.
Huge number.
Congratulations to you and the entire team at Undead Labs, man.
Can
Fantastic.
see why
work.
developers would do that.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking of
I
Xbox
agree.
Game Pass, let's give me the deets one more time when it comes to the update.
So the update releases September 1st. It's a free update for all State of Decay 2 owners, and it's included with Xbox Game Pass. Happy homecoming.
I love it. Thank you,
Let's
Wonder, very
go.
much.
My pleasure.
Now we move from Trumbull Valley to the Lost Valley of Akria. This mystical location trades zombies for ancient warrior clans, forgotten temples of long-dead god kings, and a healthy dose of hack and slash. All this awaits in Stray Blade.
Stray Blade, huh? Okay. Oh, 505 games. Let's go. Okay, you've already got me with loot. Combat seems a little meh, but I would love to give it a shot before I make that judgment. 2022. Stray Blade. Excuse me?
In Stray Blade, you discover the mystical lost valley of Akria, a world which ranges from overgrown temple ruins to frozen caves and winding canyons. A game world that changes based on your victories and plenty of dudes to stab in blade-to-blade combat. If that weren't enough,
Blade-to-blade combat, I like that.
Bow to help you out. Between the epic fights and this small guy, there's clearly a lot going on here. So let's hear more from Point Blank Games about Stray Blade.
Hello everybody, I'm Leonard Kausch, Game Director at Point Blank Games.
Stray Blade.
Today I will show you Stray Blade.
Okay, kind of getting, yes, oh, skit, I love it, yes, I was just thinking that. I don't trust the whole, we have blah, 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 millions of players BS. It's probably how many people downloaded it, honestly, a million. That's my look at
The
it.
Forgotten Valley, muster the powers of the 3 Akrian metals to restore balance to this war-torn land.
That is the how, as well as the why.
Combat and exploration are the 2 key elements of our game. Let's dive into the combat first.
Let's go.
Our combat system merges strategic anticipation of enemy attacks with split-second blade-to-blade reactions. It is the high noon of skill-based melee weapon combat. To achieve that, we put our hearts into creating fluid, well-readable animations and epic cinematic finishes. You can choose from multiple weapon categories.
Dude, I am getting KOA vibes. Huge.
Now, let's take a look at
Hey, look. They got
Kria's colorful world ranges from overgrown city ruins to frozen caves and winding canyons. Together with your companion, explore the deepest corners of an ever-changing world.
Biomutant crossover. What?
Every discovery holds treasure. Find rare materials, recipes, weapons, lore pieces, and beautiful places. Change is part of your journey, where every victory impacts the world around you.
Doesn't seem kind of...
Time keeps moving forward. Enemies can't stay dead. New foes invade camps that you weakened. And when Boji revives you, only one thing is certain. The change you brought shapes what now awaits you. And of course, get ready for epic boss fights. We hope you enjoyed the first look at Stray Blade, which will be out next year. And keep an eye on our social media channels for more information.
Okay, nothing about Game Pass. Okay. Oh shit, Crusader Kings.
One of the most unique games finally comes to Xbox.
Feels very KOA,
Unique.
but I'm kind of.
As in, my evil twin murdered 4 of my husbands because they secretly are in love with me. Unique.
But also maybe a little MMO-ish.
We're talking about Crusader Kings 3,
yeah,
the medieval grand strategy and role-playing
seems
game
different. I don't know.
that has you trying to defend your
It was
royal
pre-alpha
line from
though.
those that would conquer your kingdom, and evil twins apparently.
Yeah. It's coming to Xbox as an adaptation, not a direct port, meaning that the UI and controls have been refined to bring that grand strategy experience to a controller.
Not to mention bringing the grand strategy experience to my comfy living room couch.
We'll all be ruling from our throne room soon enough. Check out Crusader Kings 3, now coming to Xbox consoles.
What the fuck?
My son, we must never
I don't know what this
forget
is.
the crimes
Should I be
committed
excited about this game?
against us. Your father
I know
sought
it's on
his
Steam and stuff. It's been out on PC for a long time. Oh.
He never
Okay.
understood that the greatest wars are won with weddings, not warriors. With daggers, not swords.
Hmm.
Only the small-minded
I get
measure
it.
success
I get it. Okay, so it's like Civ. It's like all those games, kind of, right?
generations. You see, real strategy requires cunning.
Okay. All right.
Crusader Kings 3 is wild. You
Wait.
really haven't lived until you've made an
Game
8-year-old
Pass?
the King of England.
Well, it's nice to have hobbies. We've all gotten into some weird stuff this past year.
Weird like diving into people's brains and exploring their mental universes projected into a psychedelic 60s wonderland.
Or do they mean
kinda
this?
weird?
Exactly that kind of weird.
Great
Which means
strategy
I am
game,
so excited
CVH.
for
Okay, okay,
Psychonauts to finally
okay.
get a sequel. It has been so long.
There really is something special about Psychonauts, isn't it?
There really is indeed. Now, think about this. 2005, when Psychonauts originally came out, was a different time for gaming. Most of the biggest games that year, we're talking Resident Evil 4, Battlefield 2, Call of Duty 2. They were great games, for sure, but they were all big, beefy shooter games.
Meanwhile, Psychonauts had humor, whimsy, and surprisingly heartfelt moments. It
The
was
reviews
an
on this game are
oasis of color
fantastic.
and humanity in an era
I'm gonna
when
check if they
games
still
were
are. Hold on.
increasingly turning grimy, dark, and combative.
Not to mention having some deceptively deep character moments.
That's why the original is considered a cult classic.
It has been a long time coming, and it is finally here.
In 87?
Enjoy this long-awaited launch trailer for Psychonauts.
Well,
87 and 89. That's really good. That is really good.
With psychic powers, he dives into your mind.
Wow, one of the best games of the okay.
And I'm the new intern.
I'm gonna check it out.
Today is my first day
I'm
on
the
the
milkman.
job.
My milk is delicious.
Did you forget everything I taught you about levitation, Rasputin?
I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns.
You did what? Can we just...
No. Quit picking on the new kid. We were all new once, in case you forgot.
I've got eyes on the target. And I've got eyes on me.
Oh shit.
All I see is another unruly peasant.
Oh boy.
When man doom is fire, turns our world on its side. Only one man can save us.
Maybe we stream this bad boy. I know it comes out in what, 2 days or some shit like that.
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power.
Leave it to me.
Tomorrow with Game Pass. Double Fine is great though. Come on, Double Fine is good. First one is pretty good. Yeah, I watched Gnarly was playing it. I don't know if he's still playing it today. Let me check.
Well, it's clear I could not be more excited for Psychonauts 2 because I gotta be honest, me and that original game.
Nope, he's playing
we got
Alien
some
Fire
beef
Team.
that needs settling. If you know, you know. Circus level, it is infamous, it is brutal, it is difficult to say the least. It's the final level of the original game that came out, and I cannot believe I'm doing the math on this one. 16 years ago, Tim Schafer and Lizette Teatree Montgomery. I am definitely dating myself, but you all welcome from Double Fine Productions. Thank you so much for being here. Tim, can you believe it has been 16 years? I almost said 19 years.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday, but it kind of was for
Brutal
Raz,
Legend.
'cause
Yes,
the
Brutal
story
Legend was
picks
so
up right
good.
where the first game left off. And even though it has been a lot of years, it's a game that matters a lot to us. We really love it here at Double Fine, and we know
Just
that
a
lot
zero
of
game
fans
interests
have meant
me.
a lot to
I
them,
get
and
it.
so we really wanted to
You know what I
shoot
get from
the spirit of the
Psychonauts? I
first
feel
game,
like
which
Voodoo Vince,
is-
right?
we were able to do because we
Voodoo
brought back
Vince
a
was
lot of the
fantastic.
voice actors, and we also have a lot of people on the team here that worked on the first game, as well as bringing on a bunch of new people like Lisette.
Thank you. It was really important for us to carry the legacy forward, especially the cool style of Wonk that is very prevalent in the first game.
Style of Wonk. Just put it on a shirt. I'm in there for it. Let's roll it back a bit. Of course, this can be a kind of a trippy idea if you're not familiar. Psychonauts, they still jump into people's minds, I'm assuming, like the first game, right? So if a Psychonaut sort of dove into my brain, it would be like a lot of Ted Lasso quotes and French Bulldog memes. Am I correct, Tim?
Yeah, that's what's fun about a Psychonauts game is that all the levels are different, just like every person is different based on their personality. If you could jump into someone's mind, what would it look like in there? What would be the color of the sky, and like who would the monsters be? And in Psychonauts, you get to do that because Raz has the power
Mine would just be filled with
and when he goes in, he gets
Breath
to
of the
fight those
Wild is
monsters and help
overrated
people
quotes.
deal with their nightmares and wrestle with their inner demons. And so there's a ton of variety.
And BioShock.
And there's a lot of anything goes. We can go to any location. We can have any art style. And coming up with new
Cheesecake?
levels for the second game was really fun to do.
Yeah. Cheesecake.
Well, I loved it from the first game, certainly. Lizette, let's talk a little bit about how that kind of concept expresses itself in the game world. I mean,
man, Brutal
Psychonauts 2 has
Legends
got
was
it
fucking
all over
lit.
the place, I'm sure.
I'm effing lit.
Yeah, it was really important for us to carry forward the unique brain
I love
worlds
it.
and unique levels from the first game and the unique style as well. So we were really focused on how we could bring forward that style in Wonk and also bring in new
I want that
levels
shirt.
and enemies.
I want that shirt she's got
Now,
on.
of course, it wouldn't be Psychonauts without new mental demons. And I'm sure it's happening in Psychonauts 2. What does this mean? Does it mean basically is that we're finally able to slap COVID anxiety in the face?
Well, I don't know if you get to slap anxiety in your face, but you definitely get to slap some panic attacks, and COVID definitely caused a lot of those. In addition to panic attacks, some
Ozzy
of
was
our
the devil.
old
You can't
enemies
beat
have also
that.
come back.
That's true.
Our
That's true.
censors are our favorites, and
Yep.
they're
Jack Black was
definitely here.
fantastic
And
in
in addition
it.
to that, we also have our doubts and some new enemies. There's our lovely censor. Also, some regrets. Some flying regrets. There are a ranged enemy, and they definitely are challenging. Our doubts are our slow, sticky melee enemy. You're also seeing our
Enabler.
here. He is our.
Oh, I'm gonna play this game.
energizes our whole
I'm gonna
combat
play this
troop.
fucking game.
So we have a whole cast that you can battle and fight with,
Including the new Bad Mood.
including the bad mood.
Which is
It's an electric storm of feelings that you have to fight.
Now, for those who haven't played the original, available now on Xbox Game Pass, by the way, wink. Tim, why is Raz so good at rummaging through brains?
Raz is, he has some very special skills. He has two whole sets of skills, one being the acrobatic skills he learned growing up in the circus. He can balance on tightropes, jump on trampolines, swing on trapezes, and that helps him navigate and get around to all kinds of interesting places. But he also has this other side to his personality, which is that he's a powerful psychic. So he can levitate objects, he can...
Just need them to show the milkman
telekinesis and
clip.
pyrokinesis. He has these powers, which people might recognize from the first game, as well as 3 new powers for the second game. He has the ability to mentally connect thoughts together, and he can connect 2 thoughts and actually connect 2 thoughts together to solve puzzles and to navigate in this game. He has the power of time bubble, which is just change and slow down how things are moving by changing people's perception of time. And he also has the power of projection, which allows him to pull an
There's a
archetype,
conspiracy to
personality
go
out
with
of
the
his
milkman?
unconscious mind and bring it
That's
into
so cool.
the world that he's in, like
That's
a
so good.
companion in battle or in puzzle solving.
But let's talk about the story for a second, because as the original Psychonauts, we saw Raz training to be part of an organization, and now perhaps he's part of a whole organization at this point. And are there other brain agents, other Psychonauts out there that maybe grew up in a completely different circus?
Yeah, we have a lot of new characters in this game.
We do. We have a lot of new characters in this game. As soon as Raz arrives on the headquarters, he immediately gets introduced to the interns. And the interns quickly tell him and show him how he fits into the organization.
The bottom.
They're right down at
Right
the
at the
bottom.
Yeah, so earn his way back to the top again. He's no longer the coolest kid in summer camp. And much to his chagrin, his entire family, his entire embarrassing circus clothes wearing family comes to visit him in front of all his new friends. And so the interns find out that he's the awkward middle child of a circus family. Each one of them has their own quirks and foibles, and some of them are even psychic. And so a lot of their story gets told in this game, including their backstory and how it relates to the foundation of the Psychonauts themselves.
Well, I like that. And of course, as you might know already, I'm sold. But you, of course, already knew that. When can myself and the rest of the world exact some beefy, meaty revenge?
You can get back to the beef and play Psychonauts 2 on August 25th on Xbox Game Pass and PC.
There it is. Lizette, Tim from Double Fine, thank you so much. And you know what? Extend a huge congratulations to everyone at Double Fine on the launch of Psychonauts 2.
Thank you so much. We're very excited.
Thank you.
And you can catch more of
Thank
Tim
you.
Schafer and ask him those burning questions about the newest game in the fan favorite franchise in our Xbox Play stream tomorrow. But first, we're going from cleaning out mental cobwebs to cleaning up alien planets in this
Ooh,
supremely
I haven't seen this game in a long
satisfying
time.
4K 60 trailer for the gunk.
I haven't seen this game in a little bit.
I don't like this weather. I'm pretty sure the ship's insurance won't cover alien storm damage. You have to be
Let's
careful out
go.
there.
The gunk's eating everything here. This planet is literally a paradise when the gunk's gone.
The gunk is what I call this stuff in between my toes. Does it look like this? Yucky.
Bex. Oh, please, Bex.
Oh shit, is that it? No date, just a small, tiny little trailer. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Maybe not.
We have talked about so many incredible games today, and it's hard
Wow.
to pick a favorite, but let me just say, it is so cool that State of Decay 2 is expanding Trumbull Valley. Come on. And hey, you know what? Great job on that Flight Sim interview.
Oh, thank you. I mean, talking to Jorg is always a blast, and Flight Sim is such a special game to me because, I mean, it's literally letting me travel the world. But I was staring daggers of jealousy watching you talk to Tim and Lizette over at Double Fine.
Well, I will say this, I understand, but you got to play Psychonauts 2 already, so I don't even want to hear it.
That's true, but it's not the same as talking to the creators. Just trust me when I tell you, be excited for Psychonauts 2.
I will say this as well, I am excited to see even more of Psychonauts 2 on our Xbox Plays streams.
Yes, don't forget, Xbox Plays will recap all the week's news throughout the week at twitch.tv/Xbox, so make sure to check that out. Before Kate and I let Playground Games take the wheel, let me just say that it has been our distinct pleasure to chat games and nerd out with everyone today.
Oh, it's hands down the best part of the job, for sure.
But we're far from done here.
Too
Far
true.
from done.
Now, in June,
Let's go!
Playground Games announced that Forza Horizon 5, the highly anticipated follow-up to 2018's breakout hit open-world driving game Forza Horizon 4, arrives on November 9th on Xbox consoles, Xbox Game Pass for console, PC, and cloud, and of course, Steam.
And if you're watching our
She just said
Xbox
4.
YouTube channel, switch over to our Xbox Twitch channel to see all this new exclusive content.
And that is twitch.tv/Xbox for the full vroom vroom experience. And if you're already watching on Twitch or one of the Forza channels, stay right where you are.
Without further ado, let's dive in, starting with the new custom Forza Horizon 5 controller, which is available for pre-order today. So players can have it in hand by November 9th when the standard edition of the game launches.
I'm a sucker for these. What the fuck does it look like? Show it to me. Bet you it looks like a tire. What? Oh, you get your fucking ass out of here. Okay, that's a good looking controller. 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 Come on. I want the Aquas. Oh, me too. Me too. Yes, yes, yes. Though that's a good looking controller though. They've been putting out some great controllers.
I'm at Playground Games with Forza Horizon creative director Mike Brown and Forza Horizon art director Don Arcetta. Hello, everybody.
Hey everyone. Hi Charlie.
Hey Charlie.
How cool is this?
That is stunning.
The patterns.
Look at that.
Dude, that controller
we obviously
looks
just saw
dope.
a really cool video about it, and I'll be the first to say there is an amazing influence of Mexican car culture and music literally splayed right across the front. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. It just feels like it's a part of the Horizon Festival, like it's just dropped out of the game into your lap.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love it.
And there's so much we do want to show the fans, and it's been quite difficult to decide where to start. So can you maybe tell us a bit more about the game, Mike?
Sure, yeah. So Forza Horizon 5 is bringing the Horizon Festival's unique
enough
brand
purple.
fun and freedom to beautiful and vibrant Mexico.
I feel that.
Players are going to set out across the largest, most diverse open world we've ever built in hundreds of the world's most beautiful and exciting cars.
Yeah, and people think that Mexico is just a desert or a beach, but there's so much more to it, isn't there?
That's right. Even though it does have pretty awesome beaches and a number of amazing deserts, it also has vast canyons, hidden temples, awesome, beautiful historic cities, and even a towering snow-capped volcano, the highest point we've ever had in a Horizon game.
So you've talked about how Forza Horizon 5 showcases powerful, all-new graphical features, but what more can you tell us about that?
So yeah, our Mexican HDR sky captures really illuminate the world to the point where you feel like you're really there. And thanks to the Series X and S, ray tracing is utilized in Forza Vista to really make our cars look more true to real life. You'll encounter the smallest of details as you travel throughout the world, all rendered in striking realism.
Oh, that's such an exciting overview. I cannot wait. And next up is something we know that Forza Horizon fans have definitely been waiting for the most. Mike, what exactly is that?
Yeah, that's right. We are about to reveal the cover of Forza Horizon 5, featuring the incredible Mercedes AMG 1 and the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands. Should we take a look?
Let's do it, yeah.
That's a pretty car too, man. Let me guess, the Bronco's gonna jump over the AMG. Oh, no. Oh, let's go. That's dope. That's a cool cover. Hydrate. Hey, thanks, Red. Cheers. Cheers to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, those are two very different ways to explore Mexico. So what I want to know is why those two cars were chosen and what players can expect when they get behind the wheel.
Yeah, so those differences are exactly why we chose them. The Mercedes AMG 1 marks the first time a car features Formula One hybrid technology almost one-to-one from track to the street. And with the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, that's primed for rugged off-roading across Mexico's vast terrain.
And I'm certain people can't wait to see more of what these cars can do in the game, so I don't think we should keep them waiting any longer. Mike, can you tell us about what we're about to see next?
Yes, so in a few moments' time, we'll be kicking off a Forza Horizon 5 Let's Go stream, and everybody should check that out for a big deep dive into loads of new content and features from Forza Horizon 5. But before that, we have 8 minutes of brand new gameplay where we're going to see both the Mercedes AMG 1 and the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands. And in typical Horizon fashion, we are going to see active volcanoes, cars jumping out of cargo planes, and a race under beautiful Mexican skies all the way to the Horizon Festival. Should we check it out?
I think we should.
Drop it like it's hot. Oh, don't hit that cliff.
Bienvenidos a Mexico.
Here we take control of the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands atop of the towering
Jump off that cliff right there. Oh, come on.
See you on the other side.
I'm excited for this game. I have never been into racing games, only ever played a career mode I like. Only ever played one with a career mode I like. Though I didn't look too hard. It's fine. It is. Holy hot shit. Okay. No, racing games are this is the only one I play. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Forza series is the only one I've ever gotten into. I will tell you the older, like Burnout and stuff, is fantastic. And then also my favorite racing game of all time is a game called Split Second. My favorite racing game of all time, for sure. I did play Need for Speed. Now that I think about it, I did play Need for Speed up until Most Wanted, and then I kind of just faded out of it. You know what I mean? So, I agree with you. Holy jet.
approaching. Lovely day for a drive.
Yeah, I'm down for this game. Oh, sandstorms? No way. That's cool.
So now we see the 2020
could you
Corvette
imagine the
Stingray
Bronco just
tearing
slams
up
out?
asphalt
Oh my
towards
God.
a dust storm in the Mexican farmland.
That'd be amazing.
Outtrack the storm. Sigue adelante. Keep going.
Let's go. This game seems huge. Let's see what this looks like. I'm quite curious.
For the eye of the storm. Okay, on my mark. 5.
We got another one. All rally. Let's go.
This could get a little rough. Touchdown! Not even a scratch. The jungle awaits.
Next up is the Porsche 911 Desert Flyer, crashing through
Not realistic enough. No cartel trying to kill you. Well, the one time I've been in Mexico, I wasn't having a cartel after me. So far, so good. It's a rally pally. No, real Mexico. Yeah, it's true. I wasn't in real Mexico. I was in more tourist Mexico for sure. This game looks great. Game looks good.
I'll swing back round and guide you through the bridge.
Guide you through the bridge. Wait, if this is the entire opening sequence, I'm kind of going to be upset. You know what I mean? Like when I do play the game, and this is the opening sequence, I'm going to be like, well, shit, I already kind of did it. Spoilers. I know. They didn't. That would be dumb. They didn't even give me a warning.
This is the final drop. The whole festival is waiting.
Damn, dude.
Go, go, go!
Damn. That takes some balls. That wouldn't go that smooth, but I like it.
What do you say? Rest of the festival wins? Vámonos!
And on the final leg, we have the stunning Mercedes AMG 1 at full speed.
I bet you it is. I guarantee you they wouldn't just put this together for no reason. It is. It's the entire.
Falling out of the sky, but all eyes are on the superstar making their way to the festival right
now. No, so what Forza Horizon always does at the beginning is you always get dropped in somehow to introduce the entire like different modes and the different biomes and things like that of the actual map. Is they always do it this way. You race to the Horizon Festival, which is like the hub of all the shit, in some big grandstand way, and I guarantee you this is the first part of it. Like right when you launch the game, this is it. Oh yeah. Plus DMCA. Yeah. Let the car, or let the... Yeah, I guarantee it. I bet you it is. That's all right, though, if that's the case. Thanks for watching. Hey, let's go. That seems to be it. Holy shit. Well, that was about an hour and some change, hour and 22 minutes. So that was a lot of fun. No, that's not quite what we want, but thank you. Let's go ahead and do this. Holy crap. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Gamer time or lunchtime? We've got about another run of Hades we could probably do, so we'll do that. But thank you guys for hanging out, watching with me. If you guys are on YouTube, you can catch us live and always these special events over at twitch.tv/TheJordanBeach. We'd love to have you over there in chat, having a good time. Get your thoughts on what's being announced, what's being shown. That'd be lovely. Outside of that, though, yeah, you guys have been fantastic. You can catch me live Monday through Friday. So we'll see you beautiful people then. And thank you for watching. We'll see you guys. Thanks.